But amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute.
Outspoken freedom lover Russell Brand has been accused of some heinous crimes. Do you think he's guilty or do you think he's innocent? I think he's innocent, and I'll tell you why. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friends, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. An amazing freedom fighter named Russell Brand, he is in the crosshairs right now. Is he in the crosshairs for good legitimate reason, or is he in the crosshairs for illegitimate reasons? Let's find out. So Russell Brand, you probably have heard, he has been accused of the R word, sexually assaulting women. It's all over the media, mainstream media. You can just Google it and you find things like Vanity Fair. Report, Russell Brand accused of abuse. Rolling Stone, always credible. Russell Brand dropped by agent after rape and sexual assault accusations. NPR, British media report rape and emotional abuse allegations against Russell Brand. Now, these are serious allegations. But before I get to why my opinion is that this looks like he's innocent, let's take a quick look at Russell Brand's video. He released a 2-minute long video directly speaking to this, taking it head on. Let's see what he has to say.
There you Awakening Wonders. Now, this isn't the usual type of video we make on this channel where we critique, attack and undermine the news in all its corruption, because in this story, I am the news. I've received 2 extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst...
He shouldn't be able to express his message. And maybe is this what this is all about? Trying to get him to not be able to express his message. Let's hear more from Russell.
Litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play?
That's a big question.
Particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of. And we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth. Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago there was a spate of articles, Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist, Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me, like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices. And I mean my voice along with your voice. I don't mind them using my books and my stand-up to talk about my promiscuous consensual conduct in the past. What I seriously refute are these very, very serious criminal allegations. Also, it's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these 2 mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me to be a coordinated attack. Now, I don't want to get into this any further because of the serious nature of the allegations, but I feel like I'm being attacked, and plainly they are working very closely together. We are obviously going to look into this matter because it's very, very serious. In the meantime, I want you to stay close, stay awake, but more important than any of that, if you can, please stay free.
So those are Russell Brand's words, completely refutes and denies all allegations. And you could say, well, if someone was guilty, they would probably also say those exact same words. That's a good point. So why am I of the opinion that he's most likely innocent? Well, I'll first say it's possible he's not. And if him or anyone else were guilty of these crimes, I would want that to be found out, and I would want them prosecuted. I mean, this is just a heinous crime, this one he's being accused of. So whatever the truth is, I personally hope it comes out. Yet, why do I say I am strongly opinioned that he is innocent? Because this comes down to the coordinated media attack. He is an incredibly inconvenient voice out there for people in control. He is a freedom lover. He's a very well-spoken freedom lover. He has built a huge audience, gets huge views on his YouTube channel, his Rumble channel, and censorship has become a massive tool of the side of the enemy used against freedom lovers. There's the social media sponsored censorship. There's the state sponsored censorship. The Twitter files expose that. And then there's character assassination censorship. Let's try to smear someone beyond credibility. And this exact accusation of these crimes, it's something that they try to use against President Trump. So it is with the assault allegations from whatever her face was. So this is a play out of the playbook. And given the fact that, one, he seems to be such a kind-hearted individual, I've talked to him before, and given his message is incredibly inconvenient for the globalist agenda, he is the perfect profile of someone that they would want to character assassinate. And the coordinated media effort, you're like, oh, cool. The mainstream media, they seem to get their marching orders to control the narrative from the same source and smear, attack the same people that same source would want. Let's smear the hell out of Donald Trump, RFK Jr., Tucker Carlson. Hey, Russell Brand. He's getting a little too big for his britches. Too many people are listening to him. What can we do to take him out? So that's why I say this just looks and feels to me as though this is an innocent person being accused of something absolutely heinous in an attempt to assassinate his character. And I'm not the only one that thinks that. If you take a look on Twitter, Tucker Carlson had a tweet. He retweeted Russell Brand's video that we just watched. And Tucker Carlson says this: criticize the drug companies, question the war in Ukraine, and you can be pretty sure that this is going to happen. And then Elon Musk comments under that, sure seems that way. Dave Rubin tweets, the machine has set its sights on Russell Brand. Does anyone buy this stuff anymore? It's a good question. Does anyone buy this stuff from the machine? The corporate media is so untrustworthy about so many things. It would be a far stretch to say, well, they've lied to us about so much, like countless stories over the past few years, and certainly before that as well, but especially the past few years, we should trust them on this. I don't know. I'm not in that place whatsoever. And one other thing I want to show you, but before that, scrolling through Twitter, you see stories like this, like let's just live in a world where these are actually true, that are being reported. Stories like Russell Brand has had all his tours canceled by promoters. They will be giving refunds to those who already purchased tickets. This is kind of what they want. They want him canceled. Like if promoters are canceling his tour, that's something that the devious powers that be, they want this. They want this result from these accusations. And also, whatever happened to someone being innocent until proven guilty? This kind of thing, it's like, oh, you're guilty until proven innocent. And then we also saw the report from the Rolling Stone, showed that headline just a few minutes ago, that Russell Brand's agent has dropped him. Treating someone as though they're guilty until proven innocent, that's not the law of the land. Yeah, I know he's from the UK, so maybe it's different there. But then we scroll up. Here's an interesting video. Shocking. A woman says she was contacted by a journalist to discuss an alleged sexual assault by Russell Brand. However, because she provided positive feedback about him, the mainstream media did not include her in the sensational documentary. Watch. So it's interesting. We're doing a story on this and this. Did he do this to you? What did he do to you? Nah, he was a nice guy. Okay, well, we're not going to include that. We're looking for what we're looking for. But let's take a quick look at this clip from this lady that the journalist contacted.
I actually know who this is about, and I have the receipts. I was contacted in June by a journalist regarding a video I made about a certain celebrity and a weekend that we shared together. The video is kind of viral. It's on my page somewhere if you want to go see it. And that certain somebody was, as most of you will be aware, Mr. Brand. They weren't going to use my story because it didn't fit the narrative for their documentary, because he wasn't an asshole to me. But here are some of the messages.
So we want to talk to you for the story we're doing about Russell Brand, but you didn't tell us what we want, so we're not going to include any of your experience with him in our story. Obviously, there is a huge mainstream media blitz and launch on this Russell Brand accusations. Is it coordinated, or is it actually expressing truth? Where I sit right now, I say it looks like a coordinated character assassination. It's not impossible that the accusations are true, yet for me to believe that someone like Russell Brand would do something like this, I have to see evidence. But when I see accusations in the media, untrustworthy media that has a tendency to band together and propagate the same stories, the same lies that we've seen them do over and over and over the past few years, including character assassinations, that to me is not evidence. That to me actually raises suspicion. He's probably a better guy than I thought, if the media is so keen on taking him down. So that's where I stand right now. If any actual evidence is ever presented that is valid, cool, I'll be the first one to say, yeah, I was wrong about my assessment. But my assessment right now, Russell Brand, he seems to be a man of great integrity, a great heart, and has an amazing freedom-loving message that he speaks very eloquently that absolutely threatens some of the devious powers that be. With that said, my freedom-loving friend, that is my opinion. I appreciate you watching this video. I'll look forward to seeing you on our next one. But before that, I got a special message for you. I don't know about you, but I'm someone who likes to take control of my health. And one of the prime ways I look to do that is with high quality CBD. There's no question about it. CBD has helped a lot of people overcome a lot of different challenges while boosting their vitality. But here's the problem. Getting high quality, pure potent CBD can be an issue. That's why I developed Awaken CBD. To help people feel and function their best, I wanted to bring the best, highest quality, most potent, pure CBD to the market possible. And that's exactly what we've done. We've got both full spectrum and broad spectrum CBD oil. And my favorite, most delicious way to get my CBD is with the full spectrum gummies and sleep gummies. And if you're like me, where you a little too occasionally develop aches and pains, we also got you covered there with the topicals. If you want to start upgrading your health with the best, most high potency, purest CBD on the market, I would love it if you checked out Awaken CBD at awakencbd.com.